Today we are going to talk about probability rules, chapter 2. Probability is a very useful field in real life. Big insurance companies, gambling industries are based on probability rules. So if you have concept of probability, it will help you to understand these fields. Now let's move on to next slide. Before talking about probability, let's look at some definitions. We are going to talk about the definition of random experiment, sample space, event, and what does mutually exclusive mean. First, let's look at random experiment. A random experiment is an experiment or a process for which the outcome can't be predicted with certainty. Here, the word random means we don't know the outcome before the experiment. Tossing a coin is a very easy or simple example of random experiment. If we toss a coin, we may either get head or a tail. So this is the example of an random experiment. Now let's move on to sample space. The set of all possible outcomes in an experiment is called a sample space. Now let's go to next slide and see what is the sample space. If we toss a coin once, the sample space is head and tail. We denote sample space by S. Now let's think of tossing two coins at the same time. So if we toss the first coin, we may either get head and tail, and at the second flip we will get either head or tail. Here, head or tail. So if we combine all possible outcomes, we will get head head, head tail, tail head or tail tail. This is called sample space with all possible outcomes. Now think of rolling a dice. The number of a dice are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the sample space of rolling a dice yields all possible numbers. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back to previous slide and see what is event and mutually exclusive. An event is any subset of the sample space is called an event, and mutually exclusive, two events are mutually exclusive if when one event occurs, the other one cannot occur. So mutually exclusive actually means two events cannot occur at the same time. If we think about tossing a coin, the event of getting a head and the event of getting a tail are mutually exclusive. And if we think about rolling a dice, the event of getting an even number and the event of getting an odd number are mutually exclusive because these two events cannot occur at the same time. Now let's look at the definition of probability. Probability is actually the likelihood of an event's occurrence, and if A be an event, so the probability of A equals the number of outcomes in A divided by total number of possible outcomes. Let's look at an example and the concept of probability will be more clear. Think about flipping two coins. The sample space is HH, HT, TH and TT, and each outcome is equally likely. What's the probability of getting two heads? Here, the word equally likely means the probability of each outcome is the same from trial to trial. Now, let A be the event of getting two heads. So, in the sample space, we will get one sample point of getting two heads. So, probability of A or probability of getting two heads equals to half times half equals 1/4. As the coin is fair or each outcome is equally likely, probability of getting a head is half or 50%. Now let's look at some rules or basic rules of probability. The first one is a probability is a number between 0 and 1. That means probability cannot be greater than 1 or less than 0. If the probability of an event is 0, that means it's a 0 event, and if the probability of an event is 1, and it's called sure event, or it will surely occur. Let's look at an example. What is the probability that a newborn child has height 5 feet? So the answer is 0, right? That means it's an example of 0 event. So rule number 2, the set of all possible outcomes in a trial must have probability 1. That means probability of a sample space equals 1. Let's look at an example. If a fair coin is tossed once, the sample space is H and T. As the coin is fair, that means probability of getting a head equals probability of getting a tail, half or 50%. So probability of getting the sample space is half plus half equals 1. Now let's look at the third rule. The probability of an event not occurring is 1 minus the probability that it does occur. To explain this, we will use the concept of Venn diagram. Venn diagram is a graphical presentation of showing the event and describing probability. Now let's look at an example. Suppose the probability that you get to class on time is 0.8. What's the probability that you don't get to class on time? Here the rectangle, encompassing rectangle means the sample space, and the circle means the event A. So A be the event of getting class on time, and probability of A is 0.8. So the rest of the rectangle is not occurring A, that means not getting class on time. So that means probability of not getting class on time equals 1 minus 0.8 equals 0.2. Here 1 is probability of sample space and 0.8 is probability of A. So probability of not getting class on time is 0.2. That would be all for today.